Proof positive. In a certain village, there was a gardener named Papa. He was an expert in growing prize quality vegetables. He had only a small plot of land, but he made the best use of it. He would prepare the beds and manure and grow first rate vegetables which would fetch a good price. With this money, he lived a contented life. He loved his vegetables so much that he would give each one of his favorites a pet name. In the same village, there was another gardener called Gaura. His plot was much bigger than that of Papa. He was very ambitious to earn lots of money, but he never had the knack or patience to grow good vegetables. Papa's vegetables always fetched more money. Look at that Papa. Friends would sneer at Gaura. He is not educated like you, yet he beats you in growing vegetables. One year, Papa grew pumpkins of an extraordinary size. No one had ever seen pumpkins that big. Seeing them, Papa was beside himself with joy. He named them Mammoth, Gold Vessel, Big Sister, Lakshmi, and so forth. There were 40 giant pumpkins in his plot. On the eve of the day of the fair, Papa went to his plot and marked the big pumpkins. Then he went home intending to come with his cart early next morning and take them away to the fair and sell them. That night he slept uneasily. To him, selling these pumpkins at the fair was just like sending his own daughters to their husbands. Early next morning, Papa got up from his bed, got his cart ready, and went to his plot. When he went amidst the pumpkin creepers and looked for his favorites, his heart jumped, for someone had already taken them away. Papa felt that he was going mad. He cursed the thieves. Suddenly, he had an idea. He could trace his pumpkins after all. There were 40 of those giant pumpkins, and all of them would not disappear so easily. There was only one place, the fair, where they could have gone. Papa got into his cart and drove to the fair. Then he began to look into all the vegetable stalls, and sure enough, he found all his pumpkins in a heap in one of the stalls. Papa went up to the owner of the stall and shouted, "You thief, are you not ashamed of stealing my pumpkins and putting them up for sale publicly?" The owner of the stall was taken aback by these outbursts of Papa. "I never stole any pumpkins," he protested. "Gaura of your village has just sold them to me for 10 rupees." The persons who were hanging around told Papa that Gaura had not gone yet. While they went to fetch Gaura, Papa went to the officer in charge of the fair and complained that Gaura stole his pumpkins and sold them for 10 rupees. The officer followed Papa to the stall where Gaura was also brought. How can you prove that these pumpkins are yours? The officer asked Papa. Don't I know them? Papa shouted. Didn't I grow them? Here is Mamat. Here is Lakshmi. He began to name each one of the pumpkins. The people who gathered there laughed at Papa's simplicity. The officer too joined the laughter. I am convinced that you can identify the pumpkins, he said to Papa. But how do you prove that they are yours? Papa was at a loss to answer that question. The officer now turned to Gaura and said, Papa is accusing you of having stolen his pumpkins. What have you to say to that? Oh, everyone knows that he is a simpleton, Gaura replied. I always keep an account of the vegetables I grow. If your honor wants to see my account book, I can go and get it. On hearing this, Papa came out of his gloom. Sir, he said to the officer, I too have my account book which will show you that these pumpkins are truly mine. May I go and get it? Gaura laughed loudly when he heard these words. The officer sent his men along with both the gardeners so that they could bring back evidence to prove their claims. After a time, they returned. Gaura carried his account book while Papa brought a bundle. Gaura's book contained an entry of 40 pumpkins which came out of his plot and were taken to the fair that very day. What about you? The officer asked Papa. Here it is, Papa said as he undid the bundle exhibiting 40 stalks. He took each one of the stalks and showed that it fitted one of the pumpkins. All the stalks fitted all the pumpkins without a single mistake. Gaura's guilt was proved and established. He was made to pay the price of the pumpkins to Papa on the spot. Since then, Gaura was called Pumpkin Thief. Thanks for listening.